Thank you.
Yeah, that's true.
Miss Cameron, you is there.
Okay, what's Cameron?
And then right here, thank you.
Well, I'm very pleased. I'm very grateful. You know, when you work in journalism, when you work in media, it's always good when your colleagues in the industry recognize what you contribute, not only to protect the First Amendment, the freedom of the press, but also to encourage our people to push forward to improve the quality of life of the communities in which we serve. Well, content. You know, we would not be in business if it wasn't for the content. And particularly the African American community is blessed with cultural genius. You know, we got amazing content. The question is how we distribute that content. Well, I had a lot of role models in media, but most importantly, James Baldwin was a writer. You know, I come at media from the perspective of a writer. James Baldwin once told me that the pen is mightier than the sword. Well, I'm just meeting everybody. I believe in the collective fellowship, the interaction, the networking. That's what's important.
Thank you. Are you?
Right here?
Somebody
Right
forwarded
here?
me the email? No. Can you tell me somebody?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, 2017 Broadcast Journalist of the Year. You know, for the little kid in me, little kid from Brooklyn with the fro, can't believe that we've come to this point because life takes you on some interesting journeys. But I think everybody understands on a more serious level the challenges that face minorities in terms of mainstream American media. You know, over the length of my career, those opportunities have gotten bigger and we're in a better position. And so that's what I celebrate, that, you know, the little kid can rise, even have to jump through some hoops, but you can get here. And for my peers, multicultural media correspondents, to acknowledge me just means so much. Well, I have several contributions to media. You know, in addition to being a broadcaster, and a broadcaster at this moment, you know, with broadcast news going through so many challenges and everybody watching broadcast news, but I'm also an author. So I've written books, and I think when my obituary is written, I think people are going to say he's the author of Eyes on the Prize, America's Civil Rights. Here's the author of a well-reviewed book on former Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall. You know, went through different issues. So now, you know, I've written books about black religion, uh, historically black colleges and universities, and even books about what it's like to be alive in the 21st century in terms of the struggles that black people have. So I think that is going to be, in people ask about contributions, I think literature, you know, best-selling books that last across the generations, where people say, you know what, that was an important contribution. Wow, so I had several role models in media. I'm going to think back to people like Carl Rowan. I don't know if you know that name, but he was a great journalist. Tony Brown, who was a broadcaster on so many of the public broadcasting stations around the country. Les Payne. These are people that I would see and I would say, well, here are people, black people, who are able to operate in the news. And of course, as I've gone along, I've enjoyed people like Bill Raspberry, Herb Denton in Washington at the Washington Post, Cortland Malloy. These are great journalists. And what's even greater about them is, and I try to emulate this, they were willing to help a young person along the way. To meeting, well, I guess I know most of the people in the room, you know, but actually it's a good opportunity for me to get some time with my wife.
Oh, I wasn't here last year. This is my first time to this event. Oh, the fact that it is the diversity and it's multicultural, and I'm very supportive of that. And I'm supportive of all the entrepreneurs that are behind this type of business. Oh, it's very important for those who have influence in the society to to be engaged in areas that will lead to the upliftment of the society. Civic responsibility is something that comes with leadership. And so it is my pleasure always to be involved in activities that are elevating to others around the society, especially those who do not have a voice. in terms of the decisions that are made about their lives. You know, I didn't have any one person in mind. I'm here to enjoy meeting everyone and celebrating these achievements. I'm Ambassador Audrey Marks, Ambassador of Jamaica to the United States. A pleasure to be here.
Oh, wait, I did one.
Oh, it was fantastic. It was empowering. It was great for your self-worth, great for your self-esteem. It rewarded journalism and new journalists. And I was so excited. I was so moved by it. I decided to be a sponsor this year. So, you know, when a man puts his money where his mouth is, you know you had to be moved. So it's a wonderful event. I think it's one of the most important growing media events in this country. And I think it can only get bigger and bigger because, listen, people come here because they're really looking for guys like myself as a media owner, the integrity to restore the media. They're looking for people that they can network with, they can possibly do internships with, because there are a lot of people who have this fascination with media. And as far as I'm concerned, media is still the fourth estate of our country. Well, I wouldn't want to be in a place. Listen, let me tell you, it was so important for us to be at this event tonight. We were scheduled to go to Europe tonight. Once I realized that a few weeks ago that it conflicted with the night of this multicultural dinner, we changed our flights to leave on tomorrow so we would attend. These events are special. It's like meeting old friends, seeing who's new in the media, people that are being honored, and you learn a lot about how media is changing, what people are contributing to this field. I'm here to learn. It's an education and the network, and not only that, but also to grow our media platform. Oh, you have to be. You know, they influence a lot of people. Many people see them as role models and goal models, and when they're engaged, when they participate, they tell us that they care. They tell younger people that these events are important, and so it lends credibility and integrity. And it helps a new and forming foundation like this grow much faster when they learn their integrity and their credibility to it. Uh, Juan Williams. Juan Williams. Because I'm presenting his award tonight. So yes, Juan.
Oh, I actually was not in attendance last year. I'm really excited to be here this year and be a part of what's happening in terms of multicultural media. I think we're really just exploding and telling our stories, and that's really important to me. Of course, I want to thank my fellow colleagues who are honorees tonight, Tony Cardenas, and of course my fellow Caribbean sister, Yvette Clark. So I'm excited to be here and to hear what is happening in the media, and particularly what the African diaspora and Latina, as well as Asian community is doing in that area. Oh, you know, I have to be here tonight because I have to stand behind African Americans, Latinas, as well as the Asian community that are really doing great things, that are ensuring that our story is told, that our message gets out to the rest of the world. As a member of Congress, I have a platform in which I'm being responsible for the stories that we have, and I'm really grateful to the work that the media is doing to ensure that our voices are heard, particularly in the environment that we're living right now. Well, you know, I'm grateful for those celebrities who feel a passion or an excited and feel a commitment to civic engagement. I think that, you know, celebrities and athletes, we know from the civil rights movement the importance that they had in propelling and making sure that others became involved in the struggle. We have a struggle that's going on right now. It's not over. And so those of the who are involved in the arts, those who are involved in media, as well as sports, who put them step forward, that's a responsibility that we all have. To whom much is given, much is required. And they have that requirement to the rest of us to give back, and I'm excited when they do that. Well, you know, I wouldn't think that it was necessarily anybody high profile. I'm really excited to meet the writers and the producers who are behind the scenes that people don't know about, those young people who are coming up. I think those are the things that really get me excited because they're breaking grounds and they're forging new ways. And I think that's sometimes more interesting and more exciting and more exhilarating and can get you motivated than those who have already made it. Okay, thank you.
What does it mean? Well, it's just a great honor to be here to support the organization And I'm honored that they've decided that I'm worthy of getting this award. I think one of the biggest contributions to media is that the free flow of ideas and information, because knowledge is power and people need information. So the more information, the better. In media, wow. I had so many. I can't think of one person right now, but I had so many role models in the media, people who delivered the information without bias in clear and concise way. That's what I always looked forward to then. That's what I look forward to now. All of them. All of them. Everyone's special in their own way.
What camera are we focusing on first? Which one is first?
Right here, right here.
All right.
Right here. This one. Right here.
All right. Which one is next?
Here.
Thank you.
And then right here. What you said on Snapchat. Okay.
No, I didn't attend last year. So this is the first year I've actually been able to be here. So excited about finally having the opportunity, the invitation, and the time to be here. Well, to a large degree, sometimes it's simply availability, right? But no, I think this is a wonderful event. I've got a couple people that I know who are actually being acknowledged, this evening as well. I'm a hometown DC boy, so it's always a great opportunity to come back and give back and to be supportive of all the incredible things that happen here in this wonderful town. So I'm just glad I'm able to be here to support. Oh, that's a good question. I'm not really even totally clear everybody who's on the ballot. I'm just, I'm actually more of a last second, addition. So you'll have to excuse me for the lack of detail that I have. But I got all the detail I need, which is Multicultural Media Correspondence Dinner, Washington, D.C. I'm in the building, so I'm just here to do my part. And I'll be presenting, I believe, at some point this evening to one of our honorees.
Okay, right here.
No.
Okay, here's your phone right here. There's one right here.
They paid me to host. I thought about going to the Cleveland Boston game, but I was like, no, there's no money there, so I came here. Actually, no, I hosted it last year, the inaugural one, inaugural, that's the word, and they asked me back, and how could I say no to such an incredible event? Dr. Benjamin Chavis. Did I say his name right? I'm already nervous. So I look forward to meeting Dr. Benjamin Chavis. That's who I look forward to meeting.
And I am with Radio Sawa. It's SAWA. It is the former Voice of America, not the current Voice of America, okay? Oh, it means a lot. It means so many things at the same time. It's for diversity, it's for multicultural people. So this is the United States of America. This represents more the United States of America. We come from different places, but at the end we end up being Americans, and we share our culture and our history and everything, like food, everything. So it means a lot. It keeps us closer to each other. I grew up in Tunisia. It's very close to Italy. So by the way, I learned Italian just by watching TV. And there were so many newscasters, and all of them were my role models, and I was, looking up to them. And, one in the politics and the other one in different branches, but all of them, they were all my role models. I don't know who are the high-profile people, by the way, but I just met, I was honored because I invited the ambassador of Tunisia, and he's here. And I'm proud because I brought my two sons who are my life. And I think these are the most important people in my life, and heroes as well. But I'm sure there are so many interesting people here.
Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I mean, First of all, it's just a gathering of people that tell incredible stories, and storytelling really is the most valuable exchange of wealth that we can give to the next generation. And so to be here to honor these incredible storytellers was a night I didn't want to miss.
Thanks.
Thank you.